This week we bring you a Formula E first. 5 of our top drivers will go under the spotlight to give you an insight to what makes them tick and what makes this motorsport so unique. Welcome to the Street Racers Roundtable special right here in Las Vegas. On today's show, the defending champ Renault Edam Sebastian Buemi, last season's runner-up Lucas Di Grassi of Abt Schaeffler Audi Sport, DS Virgin Racing Sam Bird, who has 3 victories and 6 podiums in his Formula E career, flying the Faraday Future flag and 2014 Le Mans winner Dragon Racing's Loic Duval, and the rookie already with a podium to his name, last year's F3 champion, now at Mahindra Racing, Felix Rosenqvist. We're here in the FE Club at the Consumer Electronics Show, and I'm joined by 5 of our drivers today, and we're going to get to know them a little bit better. So let's start over here with you, Felix. What got you into racing and driving?
I think it was mainly an interest for cars. I had a huge interest for cars when I was young, and then I was competing in skiing. And I think those two things together, with the speed and the passion for cars, in the end just made me and my dad get a go-kart and start from there.
Oh, that's cool. So you and your dad got a little go-kart and used to just mess around?
Yeah, just on national level, just nothing special in the beginning, and then one thing led to the other.
Wow, there we go. What about you, Lucas?
My uncle had a go-kart shop when we were very young, and I used to spend all the weekends there playing with the go-karts and taking the screws out and messing around and just playing a little bit, and then competing in local championships, nationals, international, and so on.
When did it go from like a hobby to this can be my career?
I was doing university back in Brazil, and I got an offer to join the Renault driver development, like a trainee club for F1 drivers that Loic was with me. That was when I decided to quit university and move to Oxford in the UK, because it was very close to this place. And then, and that was 13 years ago.
And that's quite interesting to like have that, to dare quit uni. I think a lot of people would debate whether to do it.
The agreement I had with my family, because my family was very careful, saying, do uni, do both. And I said, okay, I can't. You have to do something properly to become professional. And I said, okay, I stop university, maybe 1-2 years, I see how it goes.
Yeah.
If it goes well, I stay. If it doesn't, I come back. And luckily it went well, and 1 year became 2, 3, 4.
To be fair, I did the same lifestyle choices as
really?
Lucas. Yeah. So when I just, in the middle of my A-levels, I was trying to do, football for an actual club, school football, first 11, trying to do my A-levels, trying to do the racing, and I was sort of starting to fail at all of them because it was just too much stuff to do.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad said, look, try and achieve your dream. If you don't achieve it, you won't regret trying. You know, you'll always wake up saying, well, at least I did my best. So go for that, and if it doesn't work out, you can always go back to school.
Was it more go-karting, or was it what were you?
I was doing single-seater championships, so, but low level. And then, like everybody else, you work your way up the ladder, and, everybody here has got to a really high level. So thankfully it worked out.
I know, it's incredible hearing your stories. Look, what was yours? How did you get into it all?
Nobody wanted me at school anymore, so...
Please go do
Go do something. No, I mean, like most of us, my father was a big fan of motorsport, and he was doing motocross when he was young.
Oh, yeah.
Then he tried to put me on the bike. I was most of the time on the floor and not on the bike, crashing all the time. So then he decided to put 4 wheels, which become a go-kart. And yeah, step by step, as Lucas did, I did the national championship, European championship, world championship, and yeah, then it was a great feeling being on a motorbike or on a go-kart, and I really wanted to do something there. And then it became reality when I was something like 24, which
wow.
I knew, okay, I can really live with my dream.
And do you ever get back on 2 wheels?
Yeah, and I'm still crashing, so it's not for me. Definitely not for me.
And Sebastian, how about you?
Me, I was actually 4 when I received my first go-kart, so
wow.
I can't remember my life without motorsport. So from there on, I used to go at the weekends, and then even tried to go within the week on the go-kart, and then it was my passion, so I continued, yeah.
And this seems like the key thing with all of you, that is almost, even if it was difficult or you had other things you were juggling, there was obviously that key passion that drove you all from the start. Does that sound about right?
You have to, when you start so young.
Yeah.
You have to like it, you have to enjoy, because nobody starts as a pro. So for 10 years or more, you're an amateur, you're going up, you're racing because you like, you're trying to get somebody to help you, a family or uncle, or someone. And it is an expensive sport. So we have this side also. If you don't have your financials in place, you cannot grow up and become a professional. So you have to put the whole structure together. So you need your family to help.
But it's not so difficult to be passionate also by motorsport when you're a young kid. It's like your parents come to you and say, hey, it would be nice if you are like a mathematics professor or something like that. So to get the passion of it, it's not, being a racing driver also, at that time, it was the golden age, let's say, fighting with Ayrton Senna, Alain Prost and those guys, and we were all watching on TV. Our parents were fans of it. And
to us, they were gods. We'd watch them every Sunday or every other Sunday on TV, and they were incredible to us. I used to turn up at the British Touring Car Championships every month or so. I'd be at Brands Hatch or Silverstone watching. I'd wear a little race suit and go along and get all the drivers
you
to
still wear
sign.
a little race.
He's got some right stick today.
Oh, here we
Sam.
go.
Yeah, but hey, until the end,
Exactly,
it started, and now
why?
Until the end.
Why?
Let's take a short break from our discussion now and jump straight to New York for a behind-the-scenes special feature.
I'm here with Formula E to debut the first New York E-Prix electric car. I'm excited to be here, excited to be a part of something special for the first time here in New York City, and excited to be a representation.
So we're doing some filming to promote the New York race. Man, I don't think we can ask for much better than this, Look at this backdrop. It's just unbelievable to get a race going on here with Formula E. To be the first ones to race in New York is going to be amazing. We're going electric, the world is changing, and the difference is here, and the results are here, because we're being allowed to race in places where no one else can, and it's great to be a part of it.
Bringing a huge motorsport race is huge, especially in New York City, which I feel like sports are the epicenter of this city. So to bring a huge international sport here is a huge deal for us.
And we're here to make a small clip to promote it, doing a few stunts here today. I'm playing as a little bit of a double for Victor Cruz. He's the wide receiver for the New York Giants. Yeah, so it's been like being in a movie set here today. Lots of drones, cars, cameras, big crew just to make this day happen. Feel like a Hollywood superstar.
It's amazing getting behind the wheel of a car like this. It has so much power, and the handling is amazing. So it was truly a dream come true.
And I'm all for donuts, both eating and doing them on a race car. So, but it's great to get a first feel for it, the first taste. Yeah, I think we have a really good playground here to have a great day in July.
As long as you guys bring me here and give me a car to drive, I'll drive it every day of the week. Racing in this area, on this terrain for these drivers, it's an amazing thing because they're risking their lives every time they race, every time they're out there on the track. So for them to be out there and be at the top of their game, just like we are on the football field, we have to bring our A game and be ready to go.
Yeah, so with all the effort from all these people standing in the cold here in New York in January, I think it's going to be really cool to watch the final result.
The future's electric, ladies and gentlemen. Can you feel it?
Action!
We'll be showing you the final product from that feature later on in the show, but for now, back to our drivers. We live in a world where everyone wants to be good straight away, and how much hard work goes into it, and how much, because all of you have had to deal with crashes or fails, or, how hard is it? I'll start here with you.
I think the hardest part with motorsport is that, any year can be your last year. If you have a bad year, you get forgotten so quickly. Even if you have a bad race in the end of the year, and then you have the winter break, it's just like everyone forgot you, and you disappear from the face of the earth. So we have constantly to deliver every race, and I think that's probably the hardest thing.
Like a lot of pressure.
Yeah, all the time.
Do you
Since
agree?
we were 10, really.
Yeah, completely agree. Because you need the car, and the car is expensive, and there is a queue of many other drivers that can do or are eager to go there and do your job. You have to perform all the time. And if you don't have a car, you're not a racing driver. So you have to be hired by a team, you have to perform, you have to deliver. So there's a massive pressure at every time you are in the car to be at that level.
And to be consistent, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, but your choices are really important to be with the right team, at the right time. And that's the difficult thing also about our sport is it's not like, let's say, I would take tennis as an example. If you're the best player in the world, naturally you work a little bit and then you can stay there. As a racing driver, you have to put a lot of things together, with the team, with your teammate, the way you work also. And there's a lot of talented guys which are able to drive cars. But then you have to put everything together, which is really difficult in our sport.
You cannot succeed only with talent. You need a good car.
Yeah, and the package. But I suppose you guys have seen over the last 3 years how things have changed. What's been the best sort of advance in Formula E, and on what you sort of like can't wait to update or to progress with?
I think everyone's looking for season 5, where we're gonna have only one car.
Yes.
But the fact that we go quicker and longer is obviously something very interesting for today. Everyone's hoping one day electric cars will completely replace the other cars, so it's clearly going in that direction, and we are, I think, all happy to be part of the development, really.
And we'll leave it on that bombshell for now, but there's plenty more after the break. You're watching a Street Racers Roundtable special. This week we're getting up close and personal with 5 of our top FE drivers who have agreed to open up about all things Formula E. Do you feel a sense of excitement and achievement that you are part of something that is evolving so much, and we're going to see the whole sport change? Is that quite exciting?
Yeah, in the format, they have been able to do something that people wanted to do since years, I always dreamed about a race in Paris, and we heard that since 100 years or whatsoever, that we will do a race in Paris city center, and it happened with Formula E, and what they've been able to do is something we've been waiting.
Coming up as well. Formula One have tried and tried and tried to get New York, and Formula E have got it. It's a really impressive feat. So we are breaking boundaries.
I feel like it's nice that you're bringing in a new audience, because it's not just elitist and it's not just people that go off to a track. You're coming to town centres and city centres, and people are stumbling across it and going, wow, what is this? It's cool.
And I think that's the most important thing, to bring the younger generation to look at motorsport, and not, there's nothing wrong with the fans that are coming to normal races, but most of them are old, and some of them bring maybe their kids, but this is completely exactly the people that we want to watch the races, so that's a big thing for motorsport.
Which car manufacturers would you like to see come in?
Yeah, the more manufacturers, the better.
Yeah.
In the end, there are 10 teams. I think for season 5 goes to 12, so you can have 12 manufacturers maximum. But currently, we have already more manufacturers than
F1.
I would say F1 or
the championship.
yeah. So it is going to the right direction.
Oh,
The
yeah.
development rate will go massively quicker if there is more manufacturer involved. So that's a good thing at the moment.
And so far, you've all had highs and lows. What's been your highlight so far, Sebastian?
You mean this season?
Yeah,
or?
in your career so far.
Obviously, when you win, it's always a good moment. So the wins were good, and obviously the lows were, the losses. Last year had a bad one, but you live with it. And when you win, it feels so good that you completely forget about the losses.
And what about you, Felix?
I think my last year overall was the best one in my career. It's nice to see that every year it's getting better. But I think winning Macau for the first time was very cool. But yeah, overall last year I was really happy with it. I drove a lot of different cars, and especially the Formula E thing was completely new, and yeah, it was a good year.
Awesome. And you?
Yeah, my last year also was my best one in my career. I was in 2 championships, one with Loic in the WEC, which we fought for the championship, and also in Formula E, fighting with Seb to the last race. So when you're fighting, when you are motivated, it's when it feels good, it's when we work hard. That's what we're here for.
It sort of makes it all worthwhile, all that hard work. What's yours been, Sam?
Absolutely. What's mine been? I haven't won as much as these guys, but I don't know. I've won at Monaco a couple of times in a couple of things, so that was pretty cool. I won the LMP2 World Championship, which was nice, and there was one particular race in Formula E last year that was quite difficult. Seb made me work quite hard, and Lucas made me work quite hard for it as well in Buenos Aires, which is our next race. So that was something to remember as well.
And Loic, what about your highlight?
Every championship that I've won, I mean, honestly, when I won the Formula Campus, which was my first year in car racing, that was cool. The year after, I won the Formula Renault. Then I went to Japan, where I won the Formula Nippon, and then the Super GT. And then I came back in Europe, and I've been lucky enough to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which was great in 2013, and then the World Championship also. So yeah, all the championship that you can win, you know, it's always highlights. But if I have to take one, it's the 2013 year when I won Le Mans and the World Championship together. That was a cool one.
Let's take another short time out from our discussion to see how everything turned out in New York as the FE car hit the Brooklyn streets.
Football is all about precision, power, and in my position, speed. The future's electric. New York, can you feel it?
Wow, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Now, back to our drivers for the final part of our Roundtable special. So we've got loads of exciting races left to come. What are you looking forward to, Felix?
I think I really look forward to go to South America, to Buenos Aires and Mexico. I've never been there, so it's gonna be nice to see if it's as nice as everyone says. And obviously, I think all the tracks are more or less the same. It's all street circuits, all bumpy and twisty and tight. But yeah, I really want to go there.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. What about you, Lucas?
I guess New York.
Yeah?
First time ever I'm gonna race there, so it will be very, very exciting to be racing on the streets of Brooklyn.
It's very cool. And what do you think? What's your favourite coming up?
To be honest, I'm looking forward to the next one, Buenos Aires. I've got great memories from last year, and the aim is to try and replicate them.
Fingers crossed.
You cannot the race you've done last year twice. You will hit a wall. Yes.
It's not possible to do that again.
You are like.
So tell me a bit about Buenos Aires. The last 6 laps, crazy mayhem.
To be honest, I wasn't sure whether I was driving the car or the car was driving me, but I got it round somehow. It was a little bit all over the place, but we got there. I think he didn't overtake me just because he was too busy laughing at what I was doing with the car.
I want to hear it from your perspective. What was going on?
I was driving so well. I mean, I was scared behind the car. Was occupying all the track. No, I mean, he had a great drive, and I had used a lot of energy, so didn't have much left to attack him. But I was quite happy back then with the second place, knowing I started last. So scoring good points, you know, it's in the championship. That's what you need. So you can't always go for the win.
Well, that's it. Sometimes it is moments like that you'll never forget. So that's what you're looking forward to. Loic, where are you looking forward to going next?
Two
Mexico is
races.
looking forward to Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah, because last year he cut so
Yeah,
many
there's
chicanes.
still one
Invented a
corner.
new-
There's one corner that I wasn't able to make, so hopefully I will be able to make it this year.
Invented a new line.
No, there is two races. There is New York, because I think it's gonna be something special to be able to race over there, and Monaco also, because I mean there is so much motorsport history in Monaco. It's always a pleasure to go back in Monaco. You know, the area is nice, and yeah, so much history there. So I'm looking for
Sure,
those
there'll
two.
be big crowds at that point.
Yeah.
And what about you, Seb? What are you thinking?
New York, Brussels, or Montreal, the new circuits in general.
Felix, where do you see yourself and how do you see the rest of the season panning out for you and your team?
The season started off really good, better than I could really expect. I'm P4 now in the championship, so far so good. I would really like to take a win for Mahindra, the first win. That would be awesome. I think it's a very high expectation to put, but yeah, last race was really good to take a podium and pole position. And I think Mahindra is really showing a good progress. They are really pushing hard. They have a lot of new things coming for the next couple of races, and like every day back home in the factory, they are really pushing a lot. So yeah, I think that has to be the expectation.
And what about you?
Same way, we are started the season second to Seb. Same way we started last season, trying to catch up, trying to get the car better all the time, try to get close to Renault, and yeah, we can only work hard and try to count with a little bit of luck.
Does it feel positive though at the moment?
Well, yeah, it feels very positive. Audi is getting more and more involved. That has a very good effect because we have a lot of people, a lot of know-how back in the factory. So for sure the team will evolve pretty quickly from now on.
And Sammy, you feeling confident about the rest of the season? Don't want to jinx anything.
No, I'm more confident this year than I was last year. I mean, you look back at Hong Kong, and I'd like to think that I could have given Seb a run for his money in Hong Kong. Marrakesh was different. I was disappointed with the second place in Marrakesh because it wasn't a close second. Last year we would have been thrilled with the second place. So I think we're in a much better place than we were last year to fight for major positions, and we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
At least your car now has not all the weight on
yeah,
the back.
we haven't got Stonehenge at the rear, so that's better. Still, there's a man sat here that is extremely strong right now, and it's going to take some hell of a championship to try and beat him.
And Loic, how are you feeling about you and your team?
We didn't start the season well, definitely. We've been unlucky in Hong Kong with a mechanical problem in the car. Could have fight maybe for P3, P4 over there, which would have been good point. And we didn't put everything together in Marrakesh, so the results were not there, but we are definitely better than where we stand. So hopefully we're going to be able to put everything together for the next race and be able to fight back, you know, in the top 5 or something somewhere there to start our own season and to try to get better and better.
It's hard to know because sometimes it's almost better to have to catch up than the pressure of staying at the top.
No,
and is that there?
I think all of us would prefer to have 50
sure.
points, or 50, to be honest.
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah.
Is there that pressure there for you?
It's a dream start for us, but we know it's never lasting very long in this championship. We work as hard as we can to try to maximize the car, and it's not easy because they're all catching up and pushing very hard.
Well, thank you all so much for your time. It's been a pleasure getting to know you all a little bit better, and best of luck for the rest of the season. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Gentlemen, on that note, we're out of time, but it remains for me, on behalf of Formula E, to thank Sebastian Buemi, Lucas de Grassi, Sam Bird, Loic Duval and Felix Rosenqvist, and wish them all the best for the rest of the season. We'll catch up with all of them again for race 3 in Buenos Aires, but before then, if you at home have anything you'd like to know or share, you can tweet us at FIA Formula E, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.